Yo, what's up? We're back live. Negro CP time
Did you
as
say
usual.
Negro? I'm done.
Yo, Negro just means black in Spanish, right?
I know, negro. That's what it-
Negro. Thank you.
You gotta take that. You gotta carry the letter negro.
Yeah, Negro.
Take
That's
the E
right.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That reminds. So I was at work and some lady was like, one of my colleagues was like, "Have you seen the Negro movie?" I was like, "What?" And she and she was like, "Yeah, it's like magic Negroes and they're ghosts and they're running around making white people feel
Magic
comfortable."
Negroes.
What
Yeah,
the world?
yeah.
What is she talking about?
Is that a Tubi movie?
No, it is not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it's not one of Dr. Roy Rain's specials.
No.
Oh shoot.
But it's a new movie. It's a newer movie. It's like something about the wonderful world of magical Negroes. But the preface of the movie is it sounds terrible.
It does.
But the preface of the movie is there are these magical Negro beings, and I'm telling you, and they go around and they like help white people feel comfortable with black people, and they'll jump in the situation and make. That's what I ain't seen it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that.
It's a movie where black people jump into situations to make white people feel safe.
Make them feel comfortable and not like be as racist. Oh, it's super weird.
Sound like something from the 1930s. Yes, sir.
Oh man, what?
Like I gotta Google and see where it's located.
It's got
and it's called The World of the Magical Negroes.
Is that what it says?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't know. So
don't worry about it. I'm gonna Google it later.
Right now.
Look,
David
Alan Grier is in it.
Oh Lord!
It's legit about magical Negroes. I'm not making this up. Hold on.
Wait a minute! It popped up.
What y'all think I'll be lying about something?
I don't. I'm just gonna Google it. What?
It's called the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Right there, you go. Yeah.
Oh my God!
It sounds horrible.
Where is it playing? Do you see where it's streaming?
It just says it's part of the Sundance Sun Screenwriters and hold on now. Where can I watch the Magical Negro?
That part, yes, ma'am. Where is it?
Yeah, because she saw it somewhere.
You have to rent or purchase it on Apple TV, which I have, by the way. Google Play movies and Vudu, VUDU.
VUD. Vudu. Got it. Mm-hmm. Well, I won't be buying that. So
hell no. So this will be a bootleg Fire Stick special.
Oh wait, it says that the characters are inwardly or outwardly disabled, either discrimination, disability, or social constraints. The Negro is often a janitor or a prisoner.
I mean, it's probably good for some kicks and giggles, but I'm not going to rent it.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if it's. I don't know if I'm a giggle watching that. I don't know, but yeah, but no, but you know what though? She did say she enjoyed it. Now again, this is a co-worker I don't really know very well, but it is a black lady. I don't know her very well. We were having a conversation in the hallway, and somehow we talked about magical Negroes. And I walked away very perplexed, like what just happened? Then I Googled it and it was real. And I was like, I'm not watching that because her description sounded very tap dancing and tappy tap 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 dance.
Not tappy tap tap tap.
Yeah, I feel like if I watch that, it's the equivalent of visually tap dancing. And I don't. But yeah, but that's something that happened. in my world.
I don't know where you be meeting these people, but you need to leave.
I work with these people. It was at work. It wasn't even anything crazy. It's just somebody at work. We start having a conversation randomly. We start talking about magic.
I just don't see me walking up to another black person talking about, you seen that Magical Negro movie? I just don't.
I don't either. I promise you. And so it was another person who's, and she's not like that either. So we were both like, really? And she was so like, she was like, this was a really good movie.
Oh, shit.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Magical Negro movie.
Well, if anyone out there has watched the Magical Negroes, let us know.
All right. So if you're a Magical Negro, hit us a comment. Let us know. If you, well, you know what? I don't know. They always say, they say black girl magic. So
not Magical Negroes who are janitor or prisoners.
No. So Brisha Webb. Okay, and this was on Tubi. This is the other weekend I was watching. No. Stop it. You stop it. Let me tell you. So no, Brisha. I want to say she executive producer. She was the director or producer of this. It was like a what you call them, sweethearts? The skits.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot remember the name of this show because it was. At first, I wasn't going to watch it because it sounded like some Magical Negro stuff. But I was like, Brisha, no, because the title of the series was something about white people. So at first, I wasn't even going to watch it. Kind of like a Hello White People kind of thing or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so,
Dear White People.
Yeah, Dear White People, something like that, right?
Okay.
So when I was watching it, it was dealing with social and racial and microaggression, like all of these topics that this Magical Negro thing is doing. But it had some comedy to it. I was like, okay. And it was like 5 or 6 different little skits. But the first one was her starring in it. And she was having a nervous breakdown in the bathroom of a little cafe. And she called her psychiatrist. And basically, her psychiatrist was like, hey, you need to get it together. Do what you think a white person would do. And she was like, so you want me to act like I'm a Karen? And she was like, yeah, if it works. And so when she walked out the bathroom, see, look at your face, I read it for her. She's like, really? Yeah. So when she walked out the bathroom, she immediately went straight to the front of the line of this cafe. And she was like, so I was like a cafe au lait or whatever. Like she went full-fledged into this whole character. And all these people of non-melanin are behind her. And they're like, okay. And so she went on her place to order after BSing for a minute. And then she was like, okay. And she slid over. And then the next white woman stepped up to the counter to place her order. And she was like, boom. And she knocked the girl out the way. She was like, oh, wait a minute. That's what I want. And it was very comical. Because
I guess we gotta watch it. Because
yeah,
when you like, wow, Lord.
Yeah, but what happened? Long story short, what happened is at the end of the skit, because she put on this whole damn production like a Karen, and this white man came in with his weapon. We know that you can carry your weapon, right, into establishments. So her eyes started shifting because she saw the gun. So she proceeds to go over, snatch the gun from this man's waist, and pulls the gun on him. And she was like, oh no, you're not going to do this today. Oh no. And so, so somebody called the cops. So when the cops came, of course, she's, you know how they do.
Yeah.
She was like, I just felt so threatened. And she went into this whole thing. And the cops are looking at her like, what in the hell? So then a black cop, and I want to say it was Cedric the Entertainer, was a black cop. But anyway, he walked up to her and he was like, what are you doing? She was like, it's not working. She said, am I going to jail? He said, hell yeah. And that's how it ended. But it was like mad funny. Like, y'all, I'll find it. I'll put it in our group.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
So we have fake Karens and magical
Negroes.
This is why I don't watch movies. I'm good. This is exactly
But you
why I
gotta
watch
watch
movies.
Hey.
No, ma'am, I'd like to preserve my brain cells.
Hey,
Girl, let your brain cells go.
Preserve.
Mine already fried. Let them
hey,
go.
you know, sometimes you gotta have a cheat day. You know, you work out. You
Yeah.
know, some days you gotta have a cheat day and just kind
The
of.
cheat days when I go outside and pay attention to these non-magical Negroes in the street.
Yeah, crazy. But
Yeah,
but what else is going on in the world?
man, foolishness, man. It seems, man, it's a lot of hot stuff going on. So one thing I don't understand. I'm pretty confused about. So I keep looking on the news and seeing all these college campuses, and these kids are like protesting. They're protesting about Gaza and Israel, and they're like ready to tear their colleges up over what's going on over there. Now, look, now me, I'm, you know, like when you look as far as Israel, Gaza thing going on, I don't like what's going on over there. Of course, I don't like all the killing and stuff, but I don't know, like I don't see what they're doing to help the cause. So they're pro-Palestine, but they're tearing up the college. I saw one clip, they're busting the windows out, running the cops over, you know, and just having all kinds of foolishness going on. I don't get, what do y'all think? Like, what's the point? What's the purpose? What are they going to achieve by doing this?
I really think they're just trying to make a statement, but the problem is it's not coming across as the statement that is helping or supporting. Right. I mean, we don't, in this situation, violence doesn't breed, you know, breeding violence to talk against violence is not going to make it any better, you know. So no, you're co-signing without realizing it.
Yeah. And somewhere, like I said, I heard, and I want to say it was the other night when I was watching the news and they were talking about this. The protest was related to these protesters not wanting the colleges to fund or continue to invest or fund in the war. But I'm with you, Tyrone. Like, who said that these colleges are investing in it? What are y'all talking about? I'm so confused. But and to your point, with them busting windows and stuff, like they Jasmine Sullivan or somebody, like, do you understand? All you're gonna do is raise your tuition.
Absolutely.
And
are you making an impact? What impact are you making? Do you feel like you're inspiring people to go out and help Gaza? I don't think so.
I don't get
taking all the attention off of Gaza and putting it on you.
Yeah, and the attention that is given Gaza is making it seem like, because they're already having a hard time being people of color over there, and people not really caring about what's going on with them.
Right.
And now you're being violent. It just kind of makes people equate that. I just don't see where it's helpful. You know, shout out to the people of Gaza, you know, because you know they're going through it right now.
They sure are.
Yeah, you know, and I kind of feel for them, because I do feel like, in my opinion, I do feel like it is a bit of genocide, because they're bombing the hell out of those people. Now, you know, if you know politics over there a little bit, Hamas did go over and kill like over 1,000 some people, and it was horrible. But then the response was, wow, they just tried to Stone Age them. They bombed them like crazy. Yeah. And so I don't know, man. I hope for peace. Right. And I hear that they're talking about maybe a peace treaty, a temporary peace treaty or something over there. Hopefully they can get that going and figure that out. But I don't know, tearing up your college, I don't think that's the move. But again, I don't know all the intricate details of why they're doing it exactly. But I do know it's pro Gaza, and you know, and I will say I'm pretty much pro Gaza in this situation. I'm pro anybody who's being killed indiscriminately, and I feel like it's a lot of that going on. But you know, hopefully they get that together. But you know, I don't know about tearing the college up. So
Well, I understand protesting and speaking your mind and all that other stuff, but it just seems like there's not really a mission here. Like you're saying there's a cause, but what's the mission? What are we aiming for? What's this going to impact? You don't burn your own home down to prove that you shouldn't burn someone else's home. It's just I don't understand. So
but then at the same time, I am against people or the government saying, shutting protests down. I know some of the colleges, are making it harder to protest, but then if you're going too far and tearing stuff up, then you kind of ask for, those situations to happen. But I'm pro demonstrating. Like I'm not against that because I kind of get nervous when they crack down on. I know like Florida's got several laws about protesting, and they kind of made it harder to protest, and they made it where it's legal to run people over and kill them.
What?
Oh yeah. They got the Grand Wizard of Florida in charge there.
Just hearing it is like, say what? It's a lot.
So that as an American, as somebody who fought for the country, for the rights, like I always say, man, I fight for the rights of the people I hate just as much as the people I love, So, I fight for the rights of that redneck Klansman to march and wear the robe, just like I fight for the rights for, for people I love to march. So, I just believe in that. That's just me. That's my good old, So yeah, and then so other than that, the big thing here, I'm down here in Charlotte was, all the officers getting killed the other day. Trying to make a stop on this guy. He's a felon with a gun, and they got straight ambushed. There was some other people in the house, and it was like a marshal. It was everybody. It was a marshal. It was a regular police officer. It was a SWAT team guy, and it was bad.
It was
really bad. So I believe it was up to 4 of them got killed. Just a rough situation. And again, so I've historically been critical of police when they do the wrong thing, but I've never been a person that hates police or dislikes law enforcement. Got family in law enforcement, pray for them all the time. Hope the best for them. So when they get killed, I don't like that either. And so one thing I did see, I was talking earlier when we were offline, that kind of irritated me somewhat was some of the replies, how people were. I saw several of these, and they always say don't read the comments, but sometimes I can't resist, so I read the comments, and people were like, yeah, it's bad about the cops, and then they'll like R.I.P. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the people that and it's like, and it was like right when the cops got killed, and I'm like, I just feel like that was a little tacky. All right when they got killed. Yeah, and I don't think that's helpful, just being petty. And as much as I can be petty in that sense from time to time, and I don't really want to make people comfortable all the time, but respect is respect, man. People lost their lives, respect the dead. And those people were just serving a warrant. They were serving a warrant coming to get somebody. Everybody wants to go home safe. So,
well, I think nowadays everyone is in a Me Too kind of stage. Like, okay, something's happening to that person. It happened. It's not good. But then here comes someone that goes, well, this happened here. And this just look.
But wrong is wrong.
Yeah, we're not trying to see who got killed the worst or who. Sometimes it's just, this is a bad situation.
Yeah,
and that's that. Let's not have that who's the biggest victim or who went through it the worst type of back and forth.
Right. It's like it's like whataboutism. You can't even focus on one thing, and you can't care about what happened to these people without, trying to say, oh, but what about this to happen? Like I just wish people could just care about people as human beings in general.
Just be human.
Yeah, but wouldn't that go with the energy that we're in now? It's like it's always a comparison. We can't just agree to disagree. Everybody got to agree or you're canceled. There's participation awards because we can't just have done the best and be the best of it's the same thing. It's like always has to be someone who's more of something than the like it goes with the whole.
Yeah, just we get too. I feel like we get too politically or ideology on the ideology side.
Yeah,
get too just hung up on that. Where it's
More
like
sensitive.
yeah, well we have a side like so like if you're a protester, you protested police brutality before, and you're on that side. People like I gotta stay on this side. Cop got killed, but it's a cop, and I just can't care. I can't show no. I think that's terrible. And you got other people, they'll be like, I'm on a Blue Lives Matter. That's the side I'm on. So if hey man, if somebody gets killed by a cop, it's got to be their fault, and I can't. It's like, hey, let's be humans and look at the situation rationally, and and have empathy for people. I wish we could get back to that, but I don't know, man. Social media and
there's a lot of numbness happening, and
of
anger or disputing. I think it's just the easier thing. It seems it's not really, but it seems like the easier thing to settle in. It's easier to settle in anger than empathy, or for me to say I understand what you're going through, even though I don't agree. Almost feels like people feel like they're gonna lose their ground that they're standing on a certain topic. So,
and two, like that's why I really watch what I consume social media wise, because there is an algorithm, and I've peeped it. I remember because I used to share, when like George Floyd was going on, or like Ahmaud Arbery was going on, Breonna Taylor. So like people would share stuff, and it'll be like a lot of like just
related topics,
and like so all I would see on my feed would be like all I see is somebody getting shot, or it's over and over and over again, and it was like that's what they feed you. So you click on it enough, that's all they're gonna feed you. You won't see any other side.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like years in on this. That's all they look at. It's all they consume.
But it's a bigger narrative, right? A bigger narrative. If I fill you with fear, you'll spend more money. They had a whole psychological research thing, right? So if I fill you with fear, you'll spend more money. I can feed you narratives. I can dictate the choices that you make for you to be subconsciously manipulated to do things. It's just really sometimes you just got to take a break. But a lot of us are very obsessed or addicted to that whole social media dopamine fix type of thing, and don't even realize we're being
but it's all so planned out. It's crazy how you just go online and look up shoes, and next thing you know, shoes everywhere. It's weird. And some of your phones even listen to what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And get marketed as something you talked about, which is crazy.
Yeah, even when I'm doing training at work, we're like, well, how come people don't know how to strategize or ask the right questions? I said, why? All you have to do is talk about a cheeseburger or look up where the closest McDonald's is, and you'll get like 7 things now in your algorithm for different burgers. I didn't have to ask a question. I just looked towards something or talked about something, and that's where we are right now. And some of us don't even realize that algorithm is actually leading us, not our own minds. So yeah.
So I'll be asking my phone, man, how you make money?
Does it tell you?
Actually, it does. Well, yeah, it would. Like if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. A lot of times, people don't realize that, because when I started doing stuff like that, I started looking up. Like when I started getting into my real estate stuff, and I started like looking that up a lot, I was getting all kinds of information that was kind of helpful. It was like, oh shit, okay, hey, let's ask the right questions here. So look at your algorithm, man, and see what's going on. Check it every now and then, because you might be getting gaslit. And if you're feeling hateful all the time, it might be because you got a whole gaslit device in your hand that's just feeding you stuff that's crazy. All right, so
you might need to do a litmus test on your own morals. I mean, like, no, I'm because I'm listening to y'all, but to me, a lot of this stuff is just centered around understanding right from wrong. Like, what does your morality? I mean, yeah, what does your morality look like? Like, seriously, people need to kind of check their morals.
That's true.
We keep talking about standing on business. What is your business? Because you seem to be a little lost and confused to me. So, because otherwise, how can you, if you have a strong moral, ground, again, right is right, wrong is wrong. So when we start talking about police officers or law enforcement in general being killed in the line of duty, like you said, they are doing their job. And then we sit around, not we, but some of us sit around and justify or do a comparison, as Pearl said. What are we comparing? Two wrongs?
Yeah.
What? It don't make no sense. And so when I see stupid stuff like that, I just keep scrolling through or change the channel because it's ignorant to me. Because that's somebody, that's someone's life that is lost. That's somebody's father, brother, son, whatever that is gone. Like, it's just wrong.
Yeah. So shout out to the slain officers, man. Hopefully, their families can find some peace and what can you say? Right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Now, on the other hand, though, now if a cop is still doing the wrong thing, we're gonna be on their ass. But if you just doing your thing and you got hurt and somebody's harming you, we ain't with that either, man. All right. It's all about balance out here. All right. So, other thing that's kind of been talk about algorithms, man. I've been seeing this lady Amanda Seales all on my feeds and all clips from interviews and all kinds of stuff about Amanda Seales. Now me, I follow Amanda Seales. I've read, well, I haven't read any of her stuff, but I listen to, sometimes, I jump on, she'll be on live ranting about stuff. And sometimes it makes a lot of sense. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, she's on it. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, I don't know. But she was on Club Shay Shay. Yo, Shannon Sharpe is killing it, man. This guy is like, this dude is just, he is that guy right now.
But he's not doing much, you know what I mean? It's not like
that's the crazy thing.
He doesn't have this great interview style. He's not like really super knowledgeable about his guests, but I'm thinking maybe that's what makes it good, because he says the wrong thing and they just get triggered and just
I guess it's gotten to be a thing where you come on there and just you just let loose and say stuff and then everybody reacts to it. He gets a lot of reactions to his stuff. So shout out to Shannon Sharpe. Like he's listening right now. But if you listening, Shannon Sharpe,
all things are possible.
But hey, all things are possible. Hey, come on and let us interview you. So yeah, hey, y'all know Shannon Sharpe. Hey, tell him come holler at me, man. Come holler at me. Okay. And maybe we can win that lottery. But Amanda Seales was on there. Amanda Seales was on there, and it was interesting, because she was upset about the interview. She said that, he didn't, I guess she wasn't validating some of the things she was saying. Like she talked about her teacher being racist, and he was like, I think he was saying like, well, could it be that it was because you were a young person trying to check an adult? And he was like, where I'm from, growing up, children didn't do that, which is true. But I think two things be true at the same time. The teacher could have been racist. I think she said the teacher was talking about how the Aboriginal people were from the Stone Age, and basically like it's nothing wrong with colonizing people like that because they were backwards. And she was like, rose her hand and was like, no, that's not true. All right. So, and teacher was mad. So she felt a way about that. And that could be true because I remember I had a fifth grade teacher back in the day who, I remember North Carolina, I don't know. Well, you might remember Dr. Roy Rain. Fifth grade, that's when they talk about slavery. That's like the slavery year. And they go into slavery. And I had this fifth grade teacher, and she was like, and I remember I was like, it was like two black kids in the class. Mm-hmm. So one, when they talk about slavery, everybody turns around and looks at me. And I'm like, so what? Made me so mad. Like, what y'all looking at me for? But then this lady turned, she says, yeah, slavery wasn't bad. She was like, she was like, because she was like, Tyrone, if it wasn't for slavery, you'd still be over in Africa, like in the jungle and stuff.
Did she really say that for real?
My hand to everything. Fifth grade, Miss Harris, I promise you.
Miss Harris,
I will never in my life forget the lesson and the moment. I would never forget it the day I die. She said, you would be in Africa, you'd be in the jungle, she was like,
wow. And that's crazy that she would say that because, back then, Roots was running every year. I don't know if do you remember that?
That lady
and the whole series would run for days, every single year. But come on, what?
That's crazy.
And could give a damn about Roots, but that wasn't it though. that was not it. That was not it with Miss Harris. Miss Harris also said, okay. All right, and I kind of semi-quote this. I guarantee you she said this. She said, it wasn't that bad. It's a big exaggeration about how they got treated. Most of the slaves ate well, and they took care of them. And it just wasn't.
So listen, so I know where you were during that particular point in time. So was she a white teacher in it, or was she black?
Yes, she was a white. That's all that was.
I'm about to say,
just clarifying because I just wanted to know because I knew where you were. Okay, got it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, part of Northeastern Carolina.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I got it.
I was in the belly of the beast. Y'all was out there in the country with the black people. I was in the belly of the beast with them people at. But yeah, but she was like, yo, it wasn't that bad. They treated them good. And I was like, yo, this is bullshit. What? Because I'm reading the Black and Side. I'm reading my grandma's stuff. I'm reading Ebony. I'm reading a little bit at that point. And I seen Roots. So I was raising my hand. I was like, no, what? This is crazy. And she was like, shut up, be quiet. Listen, it's true. And it was crazy. It was crazy. But the point is, Amanda Seales on that point, when she was talking about it, I was like, yeah, I feel that because I had a racist teacher too. That lady was definitely racist. And Miss Harris was wild. She was a wild one. Miss Harris had a robe in her house. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a robe.
Crazy.
I thought you saw the robe. I was about to say,
no.
Somebody in that house had a robe with a pointy hat because Miss Harris was wild. She was like, it was like a couple of black kids in the class, and she'd be like, don't steal my stuff. She'd be telling us not to steal her stuff. Like, I'm thinking back now because I was a little kid, but she'd be like, don't you steal my stuff, Tyrone. And I was like, what? What?
Wow.
But so that was a thing. Maybe thinking Miss Harris when that part came on. But then other interesting part about the Amanda Seales interview was so she diagnosed herself as autistic.
She did.
Okay, and so she did. She came back at Shannon Sharpe and was like, he was pushing back on my self-diagnosis. Matter of fact, I think this is where I think she wasn't honest, very honest, because she was saying that she didn't say that she was self-diagnosed or something like that, but she did say that she self-diagnosed herself. He asked her, oh, so you went to a doctor and got diagnosed. She was like, nah, I ain't do that shit. I just read some shit and I saw the symptoms and that was me. So I'm autistic, bro. And so she was like, I'm autistic. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works. But I do think you need to.
Yep, you do need to.
But do you think that, because it's a good question, because I think a lot more people do it than we realize. Do you think that we're out here searching for labels for behaviors that we have? You know what I mean? Instead of dealing with why we're behaving that way, do you feel
I can see that?
I feel I do too. I feel like people do it and they want to pop a pill to resolve it and kind of keep it going.
Yeah, I think too. Some people just want to be in a special group. You know, people like it's like
it's a problem.
I do. I feel like people are like, I think my group isn't special enough. I want to be part of this group now.
Wow.
I think, and so now, you know, I don't want to get canceled. I mean, actually,
you don't want to get canceled. Okay,
I'm not big enough to be canceled. But anyway, I don't even believe in being canceled. But I think, you know, a lot of these letters, you know, you got like the LGBTQ plus. Now, this is just, I think some, not everybody, but I'm seeing it looks like some people just want to be part of a special group, and they don't want to exactly be gay, but they want to be like, I'm part of a special group. I'm like, you know,
just following a trend.
Just follow. Yeah. There you go. Following
the trend. Like I'm super sexual. What the hell is that? This is something new. I made it up now. Now it's a part of the group, and they'll have like some explanation, and they'll be part of the group, and it won't make any sense. And then
they are part of a group. They a hoe. Okay, move on. They don't gotta be a part of the other group.
And again, I really just made it up just now. I don't know what a super sexual is.
I don't know. You making it up, so.
But it could be. It could be because that's part of the thing now. So I think some people just want to be part of the group.
I think it's a trend.
They want to.
And the problem is you have the few people who are very loud who are following a trend, and then no one could take the other people seriously that really are maybe experiencing things that they need to. Because listen, I've seen some tomfoolery, and I'm just like, I don't even know which way to go because the tomfoolery is louder than the real problem or the real thing that you want to be active about. It's
So and you know, and I feel like, you know, and I'm kind of torn when we talk about like being tolerant of people, and if it goes too far. Because on one hand, I do feel for people who are legit, like, you know, they're part of the group, they're different. Like say like gay people. I remember when I was young, okay. I'm doing a lot of reminiscing tonight. This is
go ahead. It's like you rocking on the rocking chair.
No, it's like my old ass man moment. I guess.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But anyway, you kids. I remember when I was younger, like if you were gay, it was like a green light to beat you up, to disrespect you, and nobody would really care because they'd be like, "Oh, that's the gay person," or it was like it was either that, or it was like if you were gay, it would be like you were contagious, so they'll be like, "Oh, that's a gay person over there."
What was this like in high school, elementary school?
This is like from being a little kid on up to probably high school. Yet, like the whole kid to teenager years is like. It was like if you're gay, so
you didn't talk. We didn't talk about it either. It was like a understood. We see you.
We never talked about it at all. That's why I was like, really?
But no. What I'm saying is to Tyrone's point. It wasn't a topic of conversation. We weren't walking around talking about necessarily, "Ooh, you gay." It was like, okay, we see you, and you a little flamey for. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just like, that's what we used to say back in the day. Or we would say some other choice stuff that I'm not going to say here because it's derogatory.
Absolutely.
But we would say those type of things. But to Tyrone's point, we won't rock him necessarily with that person because it was like, you You a little different. You stay right there over there because we good over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it's too. It kind of, as you get older, it kind of separates men and women. Is definitely different. So like some of the women, you know,
I ain't know
especially-
about no girls being lesbians.
no. So I mean, so a lot of black women would kind of embrace gay men more. Like it'll be like you started seeing like gay guys be like friends with the girls, and they were like, oh, and they were cool. Black men, not so much. You know, when you weren't having no gay homie, that was
Right. That was you.
So,
Yeah, you were
yeah,
ostracized.
right. So it was a little different.
Right.
You know, so then it kind of evolved to that. But you know, it wasn't like all in your face like that. You know, people were
Correct.
kind of, you know, in the shadows some. And
But
but I do remember being a little kid, and there was when I used to go out to the country, to my grandma's area, and there was like this gay dude. I forgot his name. Which is super rare out there. That's a very conservative. You don't hear about gay people, but they'll make rumors of like, oh, that gay dude's coming. He's gonna come get you and like make you gay. Like it was a roving pack of vampires that's gonna bite you and turn you to a man. Like the gay guys are coming. It was and they were gaslighting little kids, so that made them, oh, I ain't gay. I don't want to be gay. And so then it's just, you know, it's one of those things. So in that aspect, I think, you know, I'm okay with gay people. I'm okay with different people. I'm okay with the whole community. Nothing against it. I want everybody to have their rights. I want everybody to, if you want to get married, I want you to be able to visit people at the hospital and all of that. You know, I just sometimes I think with movements, the pendulum goes too far sometimes. So, you know, now with all the pronouns, and now you're gonna be mad and protest people if they don't say your right pronoun.
Yeah.
Sometimes that stuff can go a little bit too far for me. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
I think sometimes it's very one-sided. So, you know, there are people who are like, hey, you know, you need to respect this new thing I want to do and this new thing I want to do, not realizing, you know, you're talking about years of not having that experience, and now you're being crucified because you're not getting with the program. Well, you, meaning the person who wants us to do it, just got into you know what I mean? Like that's your whole life, right? And then it's like, so it's like no reciprocity in, hey, give me some time to learn to get there, you know, to wrap my mind around it, to understand it. I've watched, especially, you know, I work with staff, they come in, I'm training them, you know, all this other stuff, and they're just like really upset about things. And I'm like, dude, I look young, but mentally I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it in order to respect what you want. But I think the ostracizing gets turned around now. So you don't want to be ostracized, but then you ostracize the other person for not jumping on board, I guess, right away. So I struggle with that sometimes too. So
and I definitely you know, with the young kids, I see it now. It's way different, you know, because being a teacher, I see so many more you know, kids who are gay, like openly gay, and they're like out and everybody's kind of pretty much accepted. Now, boys are still very homophobic, you know, in general. Boys are still, you know, they're gonna, you know, they say a lot of, they're like, oh, that's gay. I ain't, you know, but for the most part, though, they don't bother gay kids, though, you know, they just want you to know that they're not gay. And it's like, and sometimes I'm like, what are you fighting? You know?
Is it possible because manhood is fragile? And maybe there's more examples of someone being gay.
No, that ain't it.
Okay, what is it? Because women ain't like that.
No, I've had a conversation with a very grown man about this, and it's interesting. But I think Tyrone will co-sign this because he alluded to women. There really is not like a quote unquote stigma unless you are carrying yourself as a stud. And then that's a derogatory term that was used once upon a time that I'm not going to use on this platform, for women that chose to be more masculine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they were looked at more in a negative light. But just two women who were lesbian, living a lesbian lifestyle, sexual lifestyle, like it was accepted.
Well, because
Men
it's like
have a
fantasy kind of.
no, it's just because there's no penetration, which is where I'm going with this conversation. Men have a issue, heterosexual men have an issue with the whole idea or concept of penetration. So that's where, see, look at my friend, he's shaking his head already. But seriously, like seriously, yeah, seriously, like
so is it a dominance?
the,
like I am the person who dominates, not that gets dominated. Is that what it is?
No, it's the penetration element of it. Period. A man.
I heard you, but what is it?
Yeah.
It's just penetration. Period. Nothing behind it.
Yeah. No. Pause.
What?
Pearl.
What?
Hold on 1 second.
What you mean by that?
Right. Don't worry about it. I got her because she tripping.
What's she talking about?
I don't know. She over there drinking some cough syrup or what?
I ain't drinking nothing.
Because you
asking a
bugging.
question.
No. The thing is, as a woman, okay, many of us do not necessarily care for backdoor action. Some are comfortable with it, some are not, and there's a whole other conversation that go along with that, which that's not what we're going to talk about tonight. But to answer your question, we're not going to talk about it, Tyrone.
I'm not worried. I'm good.
Okay, but for a man, just the image, the thought of a male entering another male in that manner is like, it ain't happening. And
but
that's where
the contradictory, because you do it to women, right? It's the same.
That's a listen.
Yeah, we do it to women.
That's a woman.
The backdoor action. The backdoor.
That's
action.
a woman.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help you understand.
Much deeper into this, but okay, I understand.
I'm just trying to help you understand from my conversation I had with a older male.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
That's where the disconnect and the whole image and the thought of two men being sexual takes on a whole different vibe from a female because of the actual penetration that's taking place. Yeah. Women, all we can do is bump punani's. We can, I mean, like for real, we scissoring, right? Or we strapping on, and that's just some rubber. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Latex, whatever. It's different. So, and I don't have no testicles hanging between my legs, but I see where the brothers are coming from.
So, what about men who allow their women to peg them?
Girl, that's the whole. See, we going down a rabbit hole. That's a whole other conversation. That's not what you was asking about.
Flag on the play.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Here, you need to.
Nah, but I can't. You know what? I can't argue with what you're saying. You know, as a straight man, yeah, the thought of that.
Just the thought.
So the thought of that is not very appealing to me. But my thoughts on it is
to each their own. If that's what you
like, I just won't do it. If you do it, that's your business. Exactly. And for the record, I don't want anything going in me, and I don't want no parts of no man going in no man either. But there's some now. I've heard some of these dudes talk about, you know, this if I'm not the one being penetrated and it ain't gay. I beg to differ.
That is what I was saying. This is exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so if you penetrate a dude, I think that's gay too. I beg to differ with those.
I'm saying some people, maybe I should say this. Some people just feel that receiving it is what makes them homosexual, but giving it or what do you call that? Emulating it is not. I'm just saying some people.
Okay, so yeah, that's a flag on the play there. I'm going to say that's gay. All right. So if you are penetrating another man, that is gay. That's not. No, sorry, bro. You are not straight. If you are penetrating another man, but if you are, that's your business, and that's your business.
I was just asking a question. That's all.
if we're defining, since we seem to be defining things. All right, but yeah,
Well, you can't define it for someone else.
you can't.
That person
You can't
defines
define. I don't know about that. I think I can.
You're gonna try to convince someone that they're homosexual when they claim they're
so okay. This is okay. This
what
is,
if that person goes, I identify as heterosexual? What, you gonna argue with them?
Yes.
I'm not.
I could.
I'm not.
I probably wouldn't because I don't have the energy and I don't really care like that. But I do think I could, and I think it would be illogical because I think we've gotten away from things that are just the truth. We have all these damn personal truths.
Sensitive.
Personal truths, I don't believe are real truths. If you're a homosexual, you're attracted to other men. It doesn't matter about a sexual act. If you're attracted to another man and you're a man, I believe that's a definition of being homosexual.
Well, this is why sex is between the people who having sex, because everyone will have an opinion about the penis and vaginal activities. Okay,
right.
So
and this is just my thoughts of what I believe. But I think that's the truth, though, because that's defined. But then that gets sticky because then you start getting into the whole gender thing, and some people will say that gender is fluid and it's not. And I don't know that.
Well, for the record, I know someone who has experienced men and women, and that person has said when you are penetrating, there is not a huge difference between penetrating a man and penetrating a woman. Period. That's why I asked the question.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Y'all can give me another flag on play.
No. You didn't done it. Wait a minute. I got a question.
Throw the flag.
No. I got a question. My question is, and you may not know this answer, but if I
don't, I don't. But go ahead.
Okay. When they say there's no difference, okay, I know how they're entering the man. Are they entering the woman through her vagina or through her anal cavity?
Anal. When I say from behind, I'm talking about anal. I'm talking about anal.
No, and I don't mean to be vulgar, fam. And when I say fam, I'm talking about the audience. I don't mean to be vulgar, fam. And I'm not even trying to be funny at this immediate moment. But booty hole is booty hole.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just so from that standpoint, what are we talking about?
Like booty hole. I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about.
Okay. Yeah, me too. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
I'm talking about booty hole.
Wow. Oh no, booty hole is booty hole. But but the difference is, again, in all seriousness, the difference is, and I don't care how you slice it. To be honest with you, for a heterosexual man being with a woman anally, he know that there's going to be some fluids coming from another orifice of that female that may be dripping on him or on the bed or whatever, depending on your position. That ain't none of my business. But and also, thank you, Brother Tyrone. And also, he also knows that she has breasts, unless she's had a mastectomy. But she has breasts that while he hitting it, he gonna grab a titty. There is what you grabbing?
A titty for a guy who has man boobs. Everybody don't have man boobs. So what are you grabbing? So where I'm going with this is, and we're not going to talk about what they may be potentially grabbing because that's the only thing that's left to grab. But where I'm going with that is that's where the difference comes into play. I got you, my friends. That I got it. Y'all can give me a flag on play all you want, but I'm telling you, obviously I'm not a man, so I'm talking from someone else's experience.
Brother Tyrone said, "Woo!"
I said, you know, and when we first started, I said, you know what? We jumped down a rabbit hole, and that's cool. Damn, boy, be careful what you wish for in life. I tell you. We jumped that whole.
But look, okay, so I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna round out this show. Okay, all right, we're gonna round out. So my
You
question,
gave me the steering wheel, by the way. That's what happened. We're like,
yeah, I got to hit that two-wheel motion right now.
It got fascinating to me. I just
we saw when your eyes went looking. You were captivated.
Goddamn
seriously.
So question: did either of you all watch the mini or this television series? I say television, but the series Them. Did any of y'all catch that?
I haven't yet. I've been intending.
I'm talking about the first one. Did you watch the first one?
The one
season one.
That was the one when they were like in the
when they
got the right show. It's like the family and it's like the little racist town.
Yeah, no, they won't. Well, they originally started. The film originally started in Chapel Hill. That's where the family originally was, and then they relocated to LA, to Compton. Well, today's Compton.
Oh, I don't think I saw.
And they were and during that time, LA was very Caucasian, so they were the only black family in this neighborhood.
Yeah. I saw that the Cat in the Bag.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that shit was no.
Okay, so
that was
okay. No, well, I watched the first. I watched season 1, and it wasn't it.
Trauma porn.
So what?
It was trauma porn.
It was trauma born, but the thing is, the storyline and the message behind it was greater than the imagery was messing with people. Okay, he did a great job with imagery because it was messing with me a little bit too, but I had to remember, don't take this literally, because otherwise you would feel like it was demonic. Yeah. But it really wasn't. It was a greater whole message and system behind it. Now they have a new season out.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
and they say that Luke James deserves any and every award accolade that he can receive as an actor for his portrayal. So I say that to say, anybody that has watched it or plan on watching it or is currently watching it, drop them things, because I kind of want to check it out because it's coming from a different context this go round. Because Luke James in this movie is actually the twin sibling of the oldest child. So remember the oldest child, she wanted to be white. Remember?
So they're related to.
These are the offspring of the original characters.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah. So anybody, look at my friend. She's like, I'm not. Anybody that watches it, y'all holler at your girl, holler at Royal. Let me know. I kind of want to see it, but then I'm kind of scared.
I might check it out because I watched the first season and it was a lot, man. It was a lot. Yeah, that whole cat in the bag thing, man. Oh man, I was like, jeez, this is a lot. Yeah, you haven't. I bet you so you haven't seen it, Black Pearl. Yeah,
she's like, and I ain't. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a lot. You gotta catch the Magical Negro first, and then you gotta watch that.
Oh Lord, not the Magical Negro.
Yeah. Watch the Magic Negroes. Let us know about that one.
Yeah. It was interesting. I might check the second season out. Wow. So we went through some stuff, man.
We went through some stuff.
Whoa. We went there at the end. I said just, we want to have a conversation and kind of just let it go.
And the finale of BMF is Friday, fam. And for those of y'all that remember The Chi, been waiting for The Chi, it's coming back to Paramount May 10th, baby.
I will be watching The Chi. I'm not watching BMF because, again, I told you I do one drug dealer show at a time. So
y'all got excited about last time, they're working on P-Valley as well. So.
Yes, they are, and I can't wait. I'll be ready in 2025.
Yeah, you know what? I do watch P-Valley. We did the review that time, and we might have to do another P-Valley review again. people tend to like that for some reason.
Yep.
I can't remember why I started watching P-Valley, because it doesn't seem like a show that I would watch, but I started watching it for some reason, and I just must be a good show because I just kept watching it.
It's got a good storyline.
Yeah, it's got cool stories in it. So it's been gone so long, I can't remember what happened last time. I gotta watch the recap. I watched the recap on that one. It's been a minute. It's been gone for a while.
It has.
I thought it got canceled. But Uncle Clifford and all that craziness is pretty wild, man. I don't know. That's a good actor though. Dude who plays Uncle Clifford,
Nico.
That's some good acting, bro.
He is amazing.
Because I be like, what in the hell are you, bro? What is going on? And it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. Some good acting in that show. So don't sleep on P-Valley. It's pretty good, man.
It's really good.
Good dramatic moments, All right. Oh, did y'all ever watch the episode of Good Times? Yeah, did y'all watch?
Listen, boy, listen. I'm all right. Go ahead, Pearl. I'm gonna let you hit it, then I'll hit it.
I ain't hitting nothing of the trash. This trash.
I watched 2 episodes. I watched the first. My husband and I we watched the first episode, and we was like, And then we said, okay, let's go for one more episode and see what it does. And the second episode was just as bad as the first one, and I was like,
it was worse.
We were like, we can't even do this. It is bad. And if anybody feel like it's
hurry and slap him, that's what I want.
I couldn't finish it. So when I watched the episode of Good Times, I was like, I'm so glad Steph Curry didn't make the playoffs. He didn't deserve to make the playoffs for putting this trash out. So
it was garbage.
I'm gonna have to put him on a 2-year no playoff punishment, man. You don't need to make it next year either, bro. You put out that trash to the community. Come on, man. Then
I bet he wouldn't even let his kids watch it.
Well, the thing is, I don't even understand what they were. It's like 50 different pieces moving all around. Like the show makes no sense. Like the baby, is he supposed to be like the black boss baby? I don't know what it's too much going on. I don't even get it.
It just feels like shenanigans, propaganda. It feels like somebody from the 70s white back room was like, yeah, let's screw them up with this. It just feels like that. I'm like, what the? I couldn't finish the first episode, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm good. And I had to cleanse myself and, read the Black Encyclopedia or something.
That's right.
I had to read the autobiography of Malcolm X, read a chapter to cleanse my
cleanse your spiritual palate.
Oh my gosh. I was like, man. It just feels
and that's why Miss Bernadette was not feeling it, because she was hot about it.
Yeah, it's like
that was some garbage.
Like,
y'all don't do that no more.
You watch that, you can wake up and sleep, sell crack, be like selling crack, don't even realize it.
Man, who cloned Tyrone? And we ain't talking about this Mr. Chocolate up here either.
Oh my God.
Jeez. So be careful with that Good Times. You might wake up and do something ignorant. I don't know.
Right.
And don't even realize it. Right. All right, man. So look, we got the hour, we passed the hour. Man, always a great time. Just great conversation, talking a little trash tonight about a little bit of stuff here and there. And then Dr. Lorraine got nasty on us.
I did.
She went full nasty. It's all good though. It happens sometimes. Sometimes that happens because we are grown. So it's okay. We are grown people. All right. If we wasn't grown, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in trouble. All right. All right. All right. So, hey, make sure you guys, man, listen, come across this, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us out. Hit the like button, subscribe, help us out, help us grow a little something. All right. If you're not part of the Facebook group and you're on Facebook, go ahead and join that thing. All right. And any final thoughts, ladies?
No, happy. Well, I say happy, but happy Mental Health Awareness Month. If you
Yep.
need mental health support, be sure to actively seek it out and know that you're not alone.
You are not alone. That's true. I got plenty of people who are getting good mental health help out here. All right. So you've been part of the experience. Where the experience is always good. And we will hit you guys up next time. Peace.